Good evening, it is Brian at Fitzpatrick's Garage, Dublin Road, Kildare. I want to show you this car, which is a 1 litre VTEC Turbo Smart Plus Honda Civic. We are Fitzpatrick's Garage, Dublin Road, Kildare, Maxwell, Honda, Hyundai, Mercedes is further up the road there as well, and then there's garages in Naas, Carlow, Tullamore as well. So family-run business in operation for almost 70 years. So this car here, as we were saying, is Smart Plus 1 litre VTEC Turbo in polished metal, which you can see is the grey colour in them. That is Smart Plus is probably middle of the road spec, and usually in Hondas I find the middle of the road spec is usually the most popular and best value for money. This car I think is really good value for money because it's got a big discount on it. So when you look at the price online, you'll see compared to what it was brand new, it's been heavily discounted. Okay, so why is this car nice? Let's have a look around the front of the car. I love the shape of the front of these cars. When you meet them coming towards you on the road, they're so nice and aggressive looking. So they're kind of wider, longer, but lower than the previous generation model before. But just things like at the front, you'll see, I like the shape up here, the way the DRLs, the daytime running lights are. It's just a really nice, aggressive looking car overall. Anyway, at the front of the car, as you can see in through here, there is front fog lights. The headlight structure on the car is based on a halogen setup in here with the fulls here, dips in through here. This is a parking light / daytime running light. I like these side markers, which are kind of US inspired. I remember Volvos used to have them. I always liked them. It's one of the things I used to like about Volvo, so I quite like the fact that that's there. Down here is our front fog light, and then over here we have this panel which is going to do various work, which I'll show you in a while, like adaptive cruise control and various other features anyway, but we'll go through that with you. There is parking sensors as standard on the front. The engine is that Turbo VTEC 127 horsepower 1 litre. But the engine CC, please do not account for that, because it's really the horsepower level these days that you want to be thinking about. In terms of condition, the car is as new, so as you'd expect, it is in excellent condition, because I suppose we own the car since brand new. So having a look down the side of the car, all the panels and stuff, as you'd expect, are in really nice condition overall. In terms of the rear of the car, really nice LED tail lights all the way down. So one thing I find about these cars is at night time, when you are driving behind one of these cars overall, it's a really nice distinctive light pattern that's on them. It really stands out, and if you move around to the side, if you're passing one I find on a motorway, it's a lovely pattern, isn't it? Look at that, nice tail lights, nice kind of stance on the car overall, and the thing at the front over here, which you see, that little side marker, just gives you an idea where the front of the car is overall. So anyway, look, I could be mental, but I actually think these are all things that make the car a really nice looking car overall, and something that's different compared to competing cars in the market. Anyway, so in terms of the boot, it's really big, and what's really cool about the boot in these is it's really easy to get at. Look how much you can, I suppose, I went on holidays in one of these, and you stack up a load of stuff really high in the boot, really easy to get stuff in and out, and then you can lift this over all your rubbish that you've accumulated, and the whole idea is that it's flexible. Down through here there's a little bit more storage, so I'm just going to lift this up here, and down through there we've even more storage, or if you want you can put a spare wheel handle on either side depending if you're left or right handed. And then this is a nice blue colour, whitey kind of blue colour, which lights up the taillight, so it just gives it that nice expensive look. I'm not sure if I said already, parking sensor standard. I love these wheels because they are diamond cut. So you see there's a nice polished pattern off it, but overall at a glance on this car, it looks like, as you can see, the black theme is there with, we'll say, the tinted rear glass in the back, the black along the wheel, the black along the side of the lamp, the black that moves around the rear bumper on the diffuser and the two grills either side, and then moving down around to the front of the car. The black theme continues when you get to the front of the car with a big black grill and more black grills in the front. So comes together really, what's the word I'm looking for? It just all fits together well. Congruent, I suppose, is the word I'm looking for. After that then, in terms of the inside of the car, so the handle in through here, you have 3 head restraints, 3 3-point safety belts, an armrest in through the centre, kangaroo pocket storage, plenty of space in the back of these car, and headroom is actually quite good. So if you look at the front of this car, and actually one other thing as well is that spoiler is colour coded. it's functional. It channels air down through here, which channels air down out through the back of the car in the most aerodynamic way possible. And then underneath the car, she's kind of flat underneath as well. And the idea again is to reduce the amount of drag and increase fuel efficiency. So normal people in a car like this, remember it is a petrol car, you are somewhere in the region of doable kind of 50 miles per gallon, realistic about 45, which is quite easy to do, and that is in the region of kind of 6 litres or so per 100 kilometres. In terms of the size in the back, that is exactly how I would sit in the front of a car. So loads of space in through here, and I'm 6 foot, I got space here, and then the black headliner overall just gives it that nice expensive look. There's a tweeter here, there's a speaker there, there's an electric mirror there, and there is a child lock over here. In terms of the front, there is, oh yeah, actually full closure on these cars. So if I leave the lights in the on position, which I have, I can lock the car. So what I'm doing here then is I hit the lock button, the lights are going to turn off. First of all, if while we're at it, actually watch the windows. So if I come out and it's a warm day, and let's face it, we had some pretty damn warm weather this year, I can let the windows down to let the heat out. Or secondly, I can lock the car and watch the wing mirrors and watch the windows all the way back up. So it's dead handy. You're looking out through the window of your house, you're in your pyjamas, well you mightn't even be in your pyjamas, you look out through the window and you can go, yep, locked everything on the car. And then my headlights, as you can see, are going to stay on, and then I can walk back out, I can get my key, and I can turn my lights back on then as well. Dead handy during the winter or at night time, as you'd expect. Anyway, moving forward in terms of what else is in the car, right, so nice sequence when you start the car up, and that's what you get. And then foot on the clutch, start it up. There's a lovely chirpy sound. It's a 3-cylinder turbo engine, but it's got a lovely little thumpy. Sounds really nice. You'll see yourself when you come try it, or if you come try it, that is. Okay, so gears are 6 forward, nice, precise, easy throw, easy to use, satisfying to use actually. Parking sensors are also accompanied by a rear view camera with different modes in terms of zoom and all that kind of stuff, and then the lines give you trajectory paths of where you're going. There is armrest in through the centre with USB connector that moves backwards and forwards. I've got a drinks holder in through here, and then over there I've got things like my USB, HDMI, all that kind of stuff in through that wee tunnel in through there between the passenger and the driver. After that then there is our Honda Connect setup. So I go in through here and I'm going to have things like, we'll say, navigation, climate. So I hit my climate button and it's all touch and swipe in through there, and then I can turn that off and I can go back into home, and I can go back into things like, we'll say, navigation, Garmin, or I can go back into my audio settings or Bluetooth or trip information. Smartphone connection then will be Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. So that means if you have, depending which kind of phone you have, it's really good because it's going to bring up things like Apple Maps, or you can use Google, or it can bring up Google Maps, everything that's on your phone. Happy days. Really, really good. And actually, I thought it was gimmicky when I heard about it first, but it's actually not. It's actually damn cool. Over here, adaptive cruise control. So I can basically hit my setting up here. So watch the top right hand corner. First of all, I got my setup in through here, adaptive cruise control or speed limiter, which is intelligent, by the way. So if you see up here the way they're flashing, adaptive cruise, that means I can say follow the car in front by 4, 3, 2, 1 car length, or I can say have a speed limiter via the signs. So when it sees signs on the road, it'll actually pick up over here the speed zone that you're in, 50, 80, 100 kilometers an hour, and then it can limit you via that speed sign that it's seeing. So like, that's pretty impressive. And then after that I can have my lane keep assist, so that's trying to keep me within the lanes. I do also have, if I just want a lane change warning, which is just going to warn me if I drift out of my lanes. So one keeps you in the lanes, one warns you. Front rear park sensors, autonomous braking, so under 32 kilometers an hour. If it sees a problem in front of you and if you haven't applied your brakes, it'll try and apply the brakes for you under 32 kilometers an hour to stop you having an accident. Over here then, Bluetooth and all that kind of stuff, and iMid in through here to give you information, average speed, fuel efficiency, navigation, tons and tons of information in through there overall. Heating, as we were saying, is dual zone, and after that then the usual things like alarm and immobilizer and stuff like that up through here. Nice blue guide light and a lovely dashboard and a lovely place to be at night. Really, really nice overall. After that then, that is pretty much it. Driver, passenger, side impact protection airbag in the seat, curtain up high. All these doors have side impact protection bars. There is the adaptive cruise, there is the lane keep assist, there is speed zone warning, there's anti-lock brakes, there's emergency brake assist, crash mitigation. So it is a really extremely safe car, and a damn good looking car. And at the price point in this, like under 25 grand for a 181 car, that's some serious value for money. Oh, actually we have another one. We have this grey one here as well, which is a premium, which has a few nice things. Yes, granted it is more expensive, but it's got things like leather and a glass roof there as well. So we got some choice. And then over here we also got a blue diesel, and we also got a red, which actually isn't here, a red 1.5 turbo, and we also got a silver GT turbo there as well. So anyway, lots and lots of choice, but this is the best priced one out of the lot of them, and a fine car overall. So if you'd like information on the car, please do give me a call. 086 843 1945. Brian is my name. Thank you for taking time to watch. We can trade in any car you have. We can give you finance on a car like this. And if you want an estimate before you travel on the price of your own car, or a rough trade-in price, give me a shout. Or if you want estimates on finance levels and all that kind of stuff, don't hesitate to give me a shout. I'd love to hear from you. So 086 843 1945. Thank you for taking time to watch.